Link from The Legend of Zelda and Samus from Metroid have made many cameo appearances outside of their respective franchise over the years, and why wouldn't they? There is no hero clad in green more iconic than Link, and there is no robot more iconic than Samus other than perhaps Iron Man and Master Chief from Halo. But today, for this top 10, we are going to look into the cameos of Link and Samus they made together outside of Nintendo IP franchises. So this excludes something like Super Smash Bros. Or Captain Rainbow that are released by Nintendo. And then cameos where both Zelda and Metroid aren't together in one game won't appear in this list either. So with that out of the way, I present to you the top 10 cameos for Metroid and Zelda made together, starting with Number 10. Scribblenauts. For number 10, we have Scribblenauts Unlimited released back on the Wii U and the 3DS for Nintendo consoles. In this game, you can bring forth multiple Zelda and Mario characters if you write their names down. You can bring Link, Ganondorf, Epona, or even the Master Sword if you write that down. But here's the catch, you can't write down any Metroid names to spawn any Metroid characters, so if Metroid doesn't appear in the game, why is this game on the list? Well, if you write Bounty Hunter, someone who looks like Samus will pop out for the female version. While it is not confirmed, it is clearly inspired by Samus, and for that reason, it lands itself on number 10. Number 9. Style Savvy Fashion Forward. During the amiibo craze hype, you get costumes when you tap it into certain games, and this is no exception for Style Savvy Fashion Forward. If you tap the Samus amiibo, you get a pair of sunglasses that supposedly resemble Samus visors, but I don't see it. Tap the Zero Suit Samus amiibo and you get a pair of high heels inspired by Zero Suit Samus from the Smash games. With Sheik's amiibo, you get the Sheikah scarf, and with Zelda's amiibo, you get a tiara that Zelda wears. Number 8. Phantasy Star Zero. In Sega's popular RPG franchise, Phantasy Star, if you put in a special code in the Japanese version of the game, not the English unfortunately, you can unlock Nintendo themed equipment, and that includes Samus' arm cannon and Link's Hylian shield. Moving on. Number 7. Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy. In this aerial combat game that features jets that is probably similar to Star Fox game, but produced by Bandai Namco, it has the amiibo features again, where if you scan a specific amiibo, it'll grant you a jet with a certain coat of paint. If you scan the Samus amiibo, your jet will have a paint job featuring Samus on the plane, and this holds true with Link's amiibo as well. Personally, I don't think these are the best looking paint jobs, but it is what it is. Number 6. One Piece Super Grand Battle X. Again with the amiibos, One Piece Super Grand Battle X have costume features for their fighters depending on which amiibo you tap, which brings us back to Samus amiibo. This amiibo grants Nico Robin, the archaeologist of the Straw Hat Pirates, the Various suit. And Nico Robin herself, while retaining her dark blue hair color scheme, will now have it in a ponytail instead, similar to Samus. As for the Link amiibo, well, it'll be dressed on Roronoa Zoro instead, the first mate in the Straw Hat Pirates. When Zoro is in Link's attire, he will be wielding the Master Sword along with 2 other regular swords. Number 4. Dynasty Warrior Verse. In the 3DS Dynasty Warrior game, otherwise known as Dynasty Warriors Verse, the game features multiple optional costumes for the players, and these costumes includes the Zero Suit from Metroid, and it also has Zelda's gown and Link's tunic. Number 5. Fatal Frame Maiden of the Black Waters. Fatal Frame is a series that is always co-produced by Nintendo, but make no mistake, the IP isn't co-owned by Nintendo, only the publishing rights, and so that is why this game appears on this list. Fun facts aside, Fatal Frame 4 features multiple playable characters, and one character, Miyu Hinasaki, can be dressed up as Zelda. The other main character, Yuri Kozukata, can dress up as Samus in her Zero Suit. These costumes are exclusive to the Wii U version of the game however, so don't be expecting to get these on the Switch or any other system. Number 3. Tekken Tag Tournament 2. In the Wii U version of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, certain fighters can get certain Nintendo character costumes. Zafina, Kunimitsu, Unknown, and Anna Williams all get the Zero Suit as their costume, while from the Zelda franchise they have more representation. Starting with Jin, Kazuya, Lars Alexanderson, and Yoshimitsu getting Link's costume. Elisa, Angel, Nina Williams, Michelle, and finally Asuka and Jun Kazama all get Zelda's attire. But that's not all, because Forest Law, King, Leo, Miharu, and Violet gets Sheik's costume. But just when you thought I'm done, I'm not, because last but not least, Ancient Ogre, Armor King, Deviljin, Combot, and Sergei Dragunov all get to dress up as Ganondorf too. It's a bit unfair when it comes to the Metroid side of representation, but there's not too many characters in Metroid. So now let's move on to number 2. Number 2, Bayonetta. We have Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2, where the main character, Bayonetta, can cosplay as one of 4 Nintendo characters. It actually holds more significance now. Bayonetta 1, when it was re-released for the Wii U, Bayonetta can dress up as Samus in her power suit. Here she can shoot 3 pellets, much like how Samus fires her power beam in the original game. In Bayonetta 2, however, Bayonetta can now enter the Morph Ball and even lay power bombs on the ground while using the Panther Within ability. There is also the added addition where Bayonetta can charge her power beam as well now. Then the other costume for Bayonetta is Link's outfit. And with the tunic on, Bayonetta can now wield the Master Sword if she equips the Shiraba Sword. Bayonetta also uses the Hylian Shield if she chooses to parry any incoming attack. Due to the interactivity, Bayonetta lands on 2nd place in this top 10. And now, before we get to the 1st place, let's look at the honorable mention first.
Oh!
Marvel Ultimate Alliance. In the Marvel Heroes crossover game, it was originally going to feature 2 playable characters being Link and Samus, where they are both unique heroes with their own moveset. Unfortunately, Nintendo never gave the go-ahead to add both the characters into the game, so it never made it to the final version of the game. Because the Wii version didn't have Link or Zelda, and it also didn't have Venom, one of Spider-Man's greatest villains, it made me skip this game, just for featuring the main character instead of their costume. But it doesn't, so it makes an honorable mention, at least. And now, moving on to number 1. Number 1, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. The legendary Monster Hunter franchise by Capcom featured a crossover with Zelda and Metroid via the free DLC for the game. In those DLC, the hunter, which is you, can go on certain missions to farm a monster to then craft armor parts and weapons to look like Samus in a power suit or Zero suit, or to look like Link. I remember farming the power suit long time ago. You'd have to fight a purple pterodactyl called Yian Garuga in a magma place, likely a homage to Ridley in Norfair. Why this game is placed number 1 is because unlike all the games that came before it, this one has an involvement with the franchise, instead of just another free costume that adds little to no gameplay value. And that's it for this list. Top 10 games where Zelda and Metroid made cameos together onto third-party games. Which one of these games piqued your interest the most? Post down below to let me know. Since this is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom release week, expect more Zelda Metroid video coming soon.